Here's a basic graph of y equals b to the x. We're going to look now at how the graph changes when we change the formula in different ways. First, we'll see what happens when a is not 1, then when we add a constant, and then when we subtract something from the exponent. Let's see what that does to the graph. These are similar to shifts that we've done in other sections. First, then, let's see what happens with 2b to the x. What that means is that every y value that we had is going to be doubled. Remember that this point was 0, 1, so it's now 0, 2. And every y value gets doubled, so whatever this one was, it's doubled. Whatever this one is, it's doubled. Whatever this one is, it's doubled. And so we wind up with a steeper graph. Same range and domain, but it now crosses the y-axis at 2 instead of 1, and it's a steeper, sharper curve. Let's look at the next one. If we consider b to the x plus 3, what we're going to do is go back to our original values and increase each of the y values by 3. So this value is plus 3. That'll take it at 1. And then add 3 to it. You'll be at 2, 3, 4. So you're way up here on my scale. And if you add 3 to this particular spot, that'll be 1, 2, 3. And if you add 3 to this spot, let's say that one, that'll be 1, 2, 3. And it'll keep going like that. So the graph will be exactly the same shape as your original. It'll just be moved up. Now let's consider, for a final look, this y equals b to the x minus 3 power. We'll write it again, y equals b to the x minus 3 power. Now, we see that this is a translation that just moves up or down because we changed y values. Here, we're not changing y values, really. We're changing the x value before we raise to the power. So this is a translation that moves the graph left or right. In this case, we're moving the graph to the right 3 units. So this point, which is our original point from y equals b to the x, will actually be translated over this way 3 units. Everything else in the graph will remain the same. This point would be over 3 units. What we'll end up with then is a graph that looks exactly like the one we started with, but it will look more like that. So the translations that we learned in previous sections still apply to our y equals ab to the x. We can multiply the y's by something. We can add something to the y's. We can subtract something or add something to the x's, move it left or right, up or down, and this a business does a kind of stretching.